All right, folks, I hope you're all ready because we are on deck for MHMD FVC to run Grand Theft Auto Vice City any percent no SSU. So, MHMD, whenever you are ready, take it away.
All right, I'm all good. Am I live?
You sure are.
All right. So, yeah, hi. Um, I'm MH. That's what I go by. Just short. Nice and short. Just two letters, MH. I've been running this game for a long time, since like 2014. Had a couple world records in my day, just saying. Um, and there's a lot of things to explain in this run, so I think I'm just ready to get going.
All right, yep, countdown whenever you're ready.
All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is a GTA game. I'm sure most of you know what GTA is. It's a game about you do a lot of crime in it. But yeah, and this is Vice City. It's set in a fictional version of Miami, all that stuff. So first thing I need to do is commit crime. Namely, I need to run people over to get a wanted level. I'm not doing this for no reason. I need to specifically get a police car for reasons that I will explain later. So yeah, I'm gonna keep running people over. If you don't know, like those 6 little stars in the top right, that's like basically shows how wanted you are by the police. So I need at least one. Okay, there's a dude like right there, just a cop. If I go into this alleyway, there should be a police car. Yep, nice and convenient for me. There's a couple of scripted spawns of police cars where if you go to certain locations with a wanted level, then you will get a police car basically. And what I'm doing here is usually there's like side missions, well, you can't really call them missions, but like side activities called rampages. You have to eliminate a certain amount of people. But they're considered missions, and usually you can't do them while on missions. So what I did was I activated the vigilante side mission with the police car, and then I saved a replay over where there would normally be a rampage. And since you can trigger so replays are a bit bugged. You can like pick things up remotely with them sometimes. Like I can trigger a rampage if I like play a replay over a rampage. So I did that as I started the police mission to start like 2 quote-unquote missions at once. And then I canceled the police mission, so then I could start other missions while on this rampage. You see that timer on the top right? Yeah, that's the timer of the rampage. Whew, yeah, this run is this is just the beginning.
You be
So.
working for my father?
Maybe.
But yeah, so I'm completing the first mission. It's pretty simple. You just get acquainted with some characters in cutscenes that I skipped, obviously. I'm taking an important person's daughter to this respectable establishment here with that rampage timer still running. And you're going to see what happens when the timer runs out during a mission. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start the next mission. Just driving towards it there. And if you're wondering why there's no music, it's because, well, this game has a lot of copyrighted music, and usually it's not stream safe. We have to like devise workarounds to listen to music on stream without getting our channel striked and things like that. So yeah, no music. Okay, so the timer ran out. You can see there's like an L marker on the map. And that basically means that the game doesn't actually consider me to be on a mission right now. Pick up this guy's cell phone. So I'm doing a mission, but like I can still start like other missions during it. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? I'm just gonna restart this rampage real quick. Yeah, I'm not doing anything too interesting with it just yet. I'm just like activating rampages on missions. It's like, okay, what's a big deal, right? But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
You gotta pack some heat. The local gun shop's a couple of blocks away.
So yeah, now we just drive over to the weapons store and do nothing in particular, and then head back to the hotel. Also, yeah, this is Lance. Lance is like our sidekick guy. Who, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. You're gonna see in like a half an hour or whatever. 50 minutes. But yeah, so for now, he's our sidekick. And we're working together to, basically we both had like a deal and it got jumped. And he was the other end of the deal. So we have a common interest basically. That's the lore there. Okay, so now we need like a car. I'll take that. That's good. Alright. Just borrowing her car here. And that rampage timer still has quite a bit of time on it, so might just be able to start the next mission while it's still going. Actually, yeah, that's the whole idea. Oh, and if I do this, this is sliding. This is like a kind of glitchy form of movement. If you switch like your walking animation, so when you strafe left and right, you move differently than when you're going forward and backwards. So if I switch between strafing, for example, to the right and going forwards, and then like at roughly the same frame I play a replay, then you start sliding. I don't exactly know the technical explanation there, but that's what happens. Okay, so what I did was I started this mission, that rampage timer ran out, and then I started the mission a second time, and now the mission just passes itself. So, yeah, this mission is called Jury Fury. You're supposed to smash up 2 jurors' cars to, you know, scare them up a little bit. But if you start the mission twice, then their car is just like, there's 2 sets of cars because you like duplicate the mission, which we just refer to as duping. Duping is basically just shorthand for anything related to messing with missions like that at this point. So yeah, 2 sets of cars spawn on top of each other, and then the ones on top flip over, and that counts as passing the mission. Oh yeah, it's parked like this. This mission I'm supposed to blow up these vans here, which I did, and now I'm gonna death warp. And the shotgun is part of why I needed the cop car, because police cars in this game give you 5 shotgun bullets, or I don't know, shotgun shells. I don't know how guns work. But yeah, 5 of those things, which is good enough to complete that mission pretty quickly. I'm gonna slide again here. Sprinting is faster than sliding, but normally while answering phone calls, you can't sprint, so sliding is the next best thing. And yeah, I can't skip phone calls or anything ordinarily, so in the meantime I just push the bike like that, just make it a little bit closer. Okay. So I've been given a chainsaw. Maybe you can guess what it's going to be used for. But on my way to the destination, I'm going to make another one of those replays because there's not a rampage this time, but that's bad. Okay. There will be a thing here in 2 missions after this one, and you can trigger it with a replay and just teleport to it, so that's fast. So this is like kind of on the way, so it's pretty fast to just, oh crap, to just make that replay. But yeah, avoiding traffic, that's a big part of this run. You need to, if I'm looking to the side like this, it's not just to be cool, it's traffic actually doesn't spawn in front of you if you like look away while driving relatively quickly. And yeah, unfortunately there was a car that was already there that I didn't see, so I just smashed into it. Alright, so I'm going to do that. And I have a 2-star water level. This mission is supposed to be the tutorial for the spray shop, where if you enter it, then you can lose your water level. But you don't actually have to enter a spray shop, you just need to lose your water level. And if you only have 1 star, then it can go away if you're like not committing crimes for a certain period of time. Whoops. I was worried that that car was going to hit me, so I jumped off. But didn't actually need to do that, so. So yeah, the water level disappeared and the mission passed. So that's all there really is to it. It's heading back. And there's a couple of other missions I can do. Well, there's one other mission I can do right now on the map. You can see the A marker. But you don't need those missions to actually beat the game. So this isn't any percent derivative category, so you do as few missions as you actually need to do. And I guess I can explain what the no SSU actually means now. So SSU stands for Script Stack Underflow. And it's basically a glitch that you can use to like go to wherever in the mission script you want. So you can like, you can basically trigger the final mission and beat the game in like 8 minutes. So and the trick to do that is actually like, it's millisecond perfect, I think. So, and this game only runs at 60 frames or 30 frames a second. So it's pretty difficult to get. And even if you do hit like quote unquote the right frame, you might still crash the game or whatever. So it's a pretty ridiculous trick. So we made like a split off that doesn't do that, called no SSU. So, and yeah, I just teleported here. More specifically, I triggered. See, I didn't actually pick up the gun here, but like I triggered the thing, like the cutscene there, and I think that's what teleported me. So, and then I'll make another replay here over these clothes. I've already picked up the clothes, but the clothes they'll come back after a certain period of time, or if I go far away enough, I think. But yeah, it'll be back there when I need it, and then I can switch clothes remotely whenever I want. And there's a lot of things you can do with that, so we'll get into that. And this is finally a bit of a mission with some downtime.
You must be Cortez's new gun. Till more gainful opportunities.
There's a deal here that you have to watch over.
Any minute. We both better get a good vantage point. Okay, I'll take the balcony.
And I guess I can talk about why it's in Japanese now. So basically, the Japanese version was released after like let's say the English version. We call it the international version just because it has like multiple languages like English, French, Italian, you know, all the like typical European languages that are in games and stuff. And the Japanese version was released separately and later. So that's like after they made some changes to the mission script. Partially as a result of like backlash, you know, as a result of portrayals of gang members and stuff. So they like censored some words, they removed the word, some words pertaining to the specific ethnicities involved and stuff. So yeah, there's a couple of changes to the mission script, and that's relevant because and I can kill these guys. It changes how a couple of glitches work. So you can actually instantly complete some missions if you start them while on another mission in a certain like part of the other mission, and that's called insta-passing, but we'll get to that. But basically some insta-passes work differently on these on the Japanese version, and there's one particular one that's actually really fast, and it's Japanese only, to keep it simple. And yeah, I can use the clothes to like move in the cutscene there. I'm gonna move in the cutscene here as well.
I live! Take heads, and it's all down to you. What is your name?
Tommy.
I see you soon,
There I go.
amigo, I think.
Shit. Where's that guy land?
So yeah, when you pick up clothes, there's like a fade in, or no, fade out and fade in that happens. And I believe that's what gives you control within cutscenes. So if you play the clothes replay like right before a cutscene starts, then you'll change clothes in the cutscene. And then you can move. So that's cool. What I did there just now was if you end up in a certain part of like that gate there, so it was locked. I'm not supposed to be here right now. I unlock it like as a result of this phone call I'm taking. And if you like get off the bike at a certain position, then you end up like kind of in it, but you're not supposed to be in it. So the game just teleports you to like a certain like I guess waypoint on land on land, and the closest waypoint on land to that is beyond the gate. So that's called the gate zip, because you kind of just go right through it. You don't like clip through it. You just kind of teleport past it, basically. And yeah, there's a lot of other stuff that I just did, but I'll do them more. So right here, I'm not gonna try it. Okay. So this mission, I'm supposed to chase a unloyal person to the guy I'm working for now. I'm just gonna see where he's going. We're not supposed to kill him. We just go after him here.
You better keep on running, asshole.
Yeah, he's running. So I'll do more close replay things here. He's gonna drag his buddy out of the car. Poke him a bit. And sit on top of his lap. So that's a trick that you can actually do to like what you're usually supposed to do, like this guy's buddy, the guy that you can't see anymore because I'm like on top of him. He's supposed to drive around, and this guy, he's supposed to like shoot at you, and you're supposed to chase him all the way to his house. But you can just drive him there, and it's a lot faster. Doing him a favor. And now I'm going to fall in the water, but not actually drown, because this car is waterproof. Yeah, certain mission vehicles have certain special properties that you can't like mess with missions too much. This car happens to be like heavy and waterproof, I guess. So you can just go through water, and then again you just teleport back onto land instead of like falling permanently into the void. So that's like a failsafe that you take advantage of to get past the barriers. So yeah, once again, I'm in an area of the map I'm not supposed to be in. You don't unlock this area until a little bit later. Specifically, the mission I'm gonna do next. But yeah, I just ended up on the bridge past those barriers, and I took this helicopter because it's fast. You can cover a lot of distance with helicopters in this game, so we do make good use of them. Oh yeah, waterproof cars you can drive on California, or Route 101 in California. Alright, so land carefully here. And what I'm doing here is, it's called the phone call glitch. So if you take a phone call while, like, scoping into a scoped weapon, so like this gun here, like that, then you can switch weapons and start sprinting during phone calls. You can see that he's not actually holding a phone right now, so. Again, I'm not sure why exactly that works, but it does, so. And another thing you can do with clothes as well is called fade skips. So if you, like the fade when you pick up clothes is like really brief. You know, just kind of like you know. When you start a mission, it's really slow. It's like, right? but you can override the mission fade with the close fade. So it's like a minor time save you can do whenever you start a mission, basically. So yeah. And this here is like... Alright, so you're supposed to be in like first person mode, called turret mode, where you're like firing in the first person like that from a vehicle. Well, it doesn't have to be from a vehicle, but a lot of the times it is. If you play a close replay and then right click, well, I guess it only works with scoped weapons as well, so it's another glitch involving scoped weapons. Then you end up in this weird third person aim mode where you can fire like super quickly. See, like, this weapon's not supposed to be like a minigun or chain gun kind of thing. But the fire rate goes from like what it's supposed to be to like 1 shot per frame. So yeah, this thing can get like crazy fast if you uncap the frame rate, but for runs we keep the frame limiter on to 30 frames a second. I almost said 60 again. So yeah, makes this mission quite trivial. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just you're taking out the dudes that you chased after, basically, after you found out where they are. Alright, got him. And then you actually kill your own sidekick here, Lance. But luckily that doesn't actually matter. He's gonna come back to life in a sec. Yep, there he is. So the reason why I killed him, it's just to make the helicopter go down faster. Usually he lets you down, and he's like, alright, you go ahead, you know, all that stuff. But if you kill him, the helicopter just kind of falls down, so. You do that, and then you go and get the stuff that you're supposed to get, and Lance comes back to life. No harm done. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm supposed to go steal a boat. It's gonna be a lot simpler than one might expect. So, just on my way there now. Just driving. Oopsies. Just get in here real quick. Get out. Oops. And there we go. I took the boat by teleporting through that fence there. Yeah, so boats in this game... So the water in this game is... the water is lava, basically. You're not supposed to, like, swim. Well, you can't swim. So they made it a bit easier to, like, get in and out of boats. So you can just kind of, like, teleport it into them from a little bit of a distance, and you can abuse that to just take the boat just like that, so... Just gonna open this door up without actually getting in the helicopter, since I will be entering it from that side in a bit. So yeah, the next mission, nothing too fancy really. Just yeah, I'll do like one trick, and then could take some donations at that point if there are any.
Sure, yep, just give me a cue.
Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna switch to my grenades here. Do this thing here. So yeah, I did some close stuff. Actually, it's like double duty fade skip and also movement in the cutscene. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay. Okay, we're good. We didn't flip the boat. But yeah, I did a glitch. We're gonna see the fruits of it in a little bit. But for now, I think we're just chilling.
Awesome. All right. Well, we have a $50 donation from DH with no comment, but thank you so much for that donation. And we have a $10 donation from Shardcore, who says, let's finish off another great incentive. And that being said, I do want to announce that we have met the Doom Episode 1 Doom Guy versus the Bruiser Brothers Showcase incentive tomorrow. So that is very exciting. And we are just $100 away from our next big milestone. So if you're interested in donating, use !donate in the chat, and you can find that information there.
It seems pretty peaceful here in Vice City right now. Well, I mean, besides the fact that there's a shootout that's about to happen, and that has been happening. But yeah, this is one of what we call an auto scroller auto scroller mission, because it's not like a pure auto scroller. Like, yeah, the boat can like veer off course a little bit there, but for the most part, you're just kind of waiting for him to drive you to the destination. You can't speed it up too much. You can be slowed down though, so you want to minimize slowdown pretty much, but otherwise you're just sitting around. So yeah. Some nice, I think this part of town is technically called Washington Beach. I don't know the exact, like, borders between Washington Beach and Ocean Beach in this game, but yeah. Basically, it's the beach. The South Beach, if you will. Alright, so I play a close replay there, so I can move.
You're a real, proper grade A lunatic.
Get into my helicopter.
See you around, Tommy. Okay,
Spin up the blades there.
Dance.
And just fly off. As he's talking. It's a little bit rude, but, you know. Gotta go fast, right? So, next mission is right over here. Land the helicopter like that. And you may notice that I have a very large number of grenades. That's because the amount of bullets in the gun I had selected at the start of the first kind of auto-scroller turret shooter mission from the helicopter, if you remember that, it got copied to my grenades, which I had selected at the start of this other auto-scroller mission. And there's a little bit more stuff that I had to do. But yeah, basically you can copy your ammo between guns using that turret mode. It's pretty weird, but yeah, you can get a load of grenades. You don't use them super well. You do use them a little bit in this category, actually.
Convoy, halt! What's up with the gunner?
But you use them a lot more in some other categories. But I still like to do it here because, well, pretty much why not? It doesn't lose you any time. And I stole this tank as I blew it up with a grenade, and the grenade did nothing. Or did it? It didn't explode the tank, but it's gonna let me do some weird stuff here. So you see this door here? Well, it's not really a big deal. I can just go right through it. And the reason why I can go through it is only because the tank got hit by the grenade explosion as I was getting into it. Why does that happen? I don't know. But that's a thing. Alright, you can go through that door if that happens. So it saves a little bit of time. So we do it. And gonna glitch another phone call here.
Yo, Tommy, it's Lance.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, nice to hear from you, man. Come on, man, be cool.
Okay.
Be cool.
I'm in the middle of something. What do you want?
Thought I replaced the replay I made earlier by accident, but I'm good.
We can do this thing.
So
Hey, no problem. You know what I mean?
So yeah, what I did there was I
Because otherwise we're going to
got
be
some people
dead,
to
Lance.
get out of their
We're
cars.
too far now. But thanks for the call.
And
Speak to you later.
one moment.
Yo, you in my way, dog.
And as they were getting out, I pressed, or I briefly played a replay and canceled it. So I'm not playing a replay to like watch it. I'm just like, you know, briefly activating it and canceling it just for the effects. So when you do that, they get kind of like stuck. So usually when there's like a car in traffic and you're not looking away, or you're far away enough, or something like that, then the car just despawns. It just doesn't exist anymore. But I got them stuck, so the cars are still there, just sitting there doing nothing. The people that were in the cars are just kind of frozen in time.
Result for you, but I need to speak to you in person. I'm enjoying a R&R at the Club Malibu. I reckon you're going to owe me a favour or two out of this, sunshine. I'll see you later.
I'm playing replays here to like advance the phone call dialogue while keeping the helicopter blades still spinning, so I can take off a bit more quickly here. But yeah, there's only so many cars this game can like keep in memory, or at least before it like decides not to spawn any more traffic on the road. So I got 3 cars glitched, so to speak. So there's going to be very little like road traffic. So it's a lot easier to not hit cars when there's not that many of them. So yeah, that's the whole point of that, pretty much. It's not only convenient, but it's pretty crucial for like the second to last mission. But we'll get to that. In the meantime, I need to rescue Lance because he was captured by Diaz's goons. Diaz is the dude who has that big mansion. Yeah, I can do this.
There goes my careful planning blowing this shit. Thanks to you.
So there's still a lot of dudes around me.
He killed my brother.
They could hurt us a lot. I'm gonna try to get minimal hurts while still going fast.
Okay to use a gun?
Sure, I guess. Nice to see you too.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go. Alright, we're good. We escaped. I feel like I was gonna explain something, but I forgot. There's a lot of things to explain in this run. Oh yeah, I guess I can talk about like one little detailed thing that I did, or have been doing, or will do more of, really. So, I'm not doing it now, but imagine that he's shooting like a big gun, like one of those, you know, rifles, right? Well, usually he has to like stop shooting it to start doing other things, right? He's got to stop shooting it to move, to switch to other weapons. Well, there's a thing in this game where if you crouch, you can kind of like cancel animations. So sometimes I'll like, for example back there at the junkyard, I like chainsawed the dude who was like specifically guarding Lance. And then I crouched. I very quickly, well I didn't actually crouch, but like I pressed the button to crouch. And then I also pressed the button to sprint. So if you do that, then you can like instantly cancel animations without actually crouching, really. And then I just immediately switched weapons. Let's do this. So yeah, that's called crouch canceling. It's a minor optimization, but I think it's pretty cool. Also I picked up a adrenaline pill, which slows down time.
So please hurry. Tell me I need you, all right?
Seems pretty slow, but you're taking a phone call anyway. You need to wait for that to kind of end. But for some reason, if you start a slide while kind of on adrenaline, and then once you get out of adrenaline, by like starting a mission or just waiting for the time to run out, then you end up with this super fast slide. Oh, I'm stuck. Yeah, this is bad. Come on, go. Okay, I clipped in. You don't need the super fast slide to clip inside of this thing, but it is fast. So I messed it up a little bit. I had to try a couple times to get the slide, but yeah, it's a cool little trick you can do. This is pretty much one of the only times you can even do it with it being faster. Why did this happen? Also, I lost my super slide. I tried to keep it after eliminating Diaz. But yeah, that's not supposed to happen on that mission. Usually, you're supposed to go around the back, and then he's like, there's like an epic showdown. There's like a cutscene and stuff. But if you just clip inside and then do that to him, and then get to the point where that cutscene is supposed to be activated, then it just passes the mission. So, yeah. Pretty fast. And now we're going to threaten some store owners in this mall here to assert dominance. Basically, you know, protection and all that stuff, right? And with some well-placed grenade throws, you can take out the windows pretty quickly. Which is what I'm going to try to do here. Oops. Okay, good. Yeah, you can do this like super quickly with grenades.
My beautiful
And these are ones we're just gonna shoot normally. Somewhat. You can also reload your gun with replays. So you don't have to like stop and reload and stuff. So. And we can also teleport to places with replays. So I bought this property within a replay. And now it's the cutscene and all that stuff kind of takes you to a certain location at the property, but that has the side effect of just teleporting you long distances. And also I'm technically still inside of the mall, so yeah, most of the game world isn't actually loaded right now. I just have to like kind of know where I am. Oops. Okay. So I'm back at the mansion to do a mission.
I'm down at recording studios with some
Yeah, also I spent no money.
Why don't you pass a
If you buy properties within replays, you like...
See you later.
You basically get to have your cake and eat it too. Where like, you buy the property like in the fantasy world of replays, but then like the end effect of you actually purchasing the property actually happens in the real world, in the real game world. So you just buy it for free basically, but you need to have the prerequisite money. You just don't lose it. So yeah. This mission is relatively straightforward. We just go fast basically. We seems like the protection racket was trying to expand to this bar over here, but then I guess something went wrong or something. I don't know. I forget the exact lore, but yeah, basically I'm here to you know, figure out who's the competition here, pretty much. One other thing is if you aim with like a scoped weapon, then you can just like immediately stop moving, and some mission markers require you to stop moving it completely, so a lot of the times it's faster to just right click while like you switch to one of those weapons while running and then immediately right click and then you just like stop, and that's like really fast. That was bad. Yeah, that was a... It's hard to aim this game. I know I'm making excuses, but it's not easy. The mouse kind of like moves in little increments, basically. Alright. There we go. And I'm taking the bike not only because it's faster. Oh, actually I just realized, yeah, my helicopter is gonna... Wait, is it? Wait. I don't know. There's like a whole kind of like series of things you need to do to like make sure that the helicopter that I left at the mall doesn't despawn, because you can only have so many vehicles possessed by you at once. I think I need to like re-enter this. Right. Okay. So the helicopter, I believe, should be safe. But yeah, that vehicle technically wasn't mine because I got on it before the mission passed.
I reckon so.
More replay stuff here. So it's still considered like a mission vehicle, which was cleaned up by the mission after it passed. So you have to re-enter it to like be saved.
Hey, Lance, let's get the cops' attention. Now that got them really irritated.
Alright, so let's go. You normally don't get 5 stars on this mission, but the game still has some remnant of the memory of me being in the mall. And usually, so this mission you're supposed to obtain some cop uniforms to go do a thing. But if you enter the mall without the cop uniforms, you get 5 stars immediately. So that's what happened basically. I didn't enter the mall in reality, but since I like teleported from it and all that weird stuff, then the 5-star effect somehow carried over. Which is actually a good thing because, okay, come on. You want to get cops to like come in here. So 5 stars is a pretty high wanted level, but the fact that you get a wanted level at all is pretty convenient because you can just come straight here. The dudes follow you in the garage and you take their uniforms. And now I'm just gonna ditch Lance here. You're not supposed to ditch Lance, as you can see in Japanese. You can't read the Japanese, probably. Maybe you can, but there's a marker, a yellow marker on the map saying like, don't leave Lance alone, you're supposed to take him with you, or whatever. But you actually don't need him with you. He's gonna teleport to me in a sec here. Alright, let me just get in here real quick. Plant a bomb.
Timers are set.
Get out of there. Yeah, that's a really old trick. Found by Mr. Bassett too. Alright, my helicopter's still here, good. Usually you can't fire out the side of your helicopter like that, but if you switch to the cinematic camera, then you can. And that's useful for just making sure you don't get busted there. You don't want to kill Lance by accident though, so I had to make sure that he was on the other side. But yeah, still have my helicopter. So like the specific vehicles that I entered and when I entered them and didn't enter them in some cases, that all is like, it's part of the planning to make sure this helicopter doesn't despawn. Because you're only supposed to have like 2 personal vehicles, they're called, vehicles that don't despawn when you get away from them. Like after you enter them. You're only supposed to have 2 of them at once, so yeah. Alright, so I passed that mission. There's some more stuff that's going to happen here, but I guess this is a good time to explain the whole asset system. Basically, after the mission where you smash all the windows and stuff, then you gain the ability to buy asset properties. So not just safe houses, you can buy properties that have like specific missions to them.
Hello, Sonny.
And I'm going to play these replays over that save marker, remember that. And to get to the last part of the game, you're supposed to complete 7 different assets. And 2 of those have to be the Printworks and the Mansion. So I've done the Mansion asset. I'm going to buy this normally without cheating. I'm going to lose the money, but I don't need it anymore, so. And I'm going to save here to be safe. Pick that up, please. Alright. And I'm going to start this mission with a rampage once again. For similar reasons as I did at the start. Because I want to like do stuff with starting missions while on other missions. Not this one, but I'm going to chain the effect over to the one after this. So yeah, we're going to do the 2 required assets, and then the 5 other ones, well, we're not going to do them conventionally, let's just say. Take this dude's taxi after he so graciously took me here. Again, pretty rude, but it's fast, so what can you do? Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, this game has a lot of innuendo, obviously, as GTAs tend to do. So, yeah, driving on over to a big ship at the docks. There's a certain someone there who has a certain something that I need to make my own money. And I need to get it. Or actually, this person doesn't have the thing. They have the information on the people who do have the thing. So that's what I'm doing here. Just gonna run over here and not die. Yep. Oh yeah, there is a katana in this game. You can see the rampage I picked up is a katana rampage. And the rampages are, you don't really do them, you just kind of abuse them in all categories except for 100%, and all rampages of course, but... yeah. So I have 2 stars. I want to get a phone call, because phone calls are part of that whole, like, mission state abuse, and you can't get phone calls. Well, now that the mission's, like, I'm considered not to be on the mission, the I can get phone calls. Okay, I need to make sure I don't get busted. But I need to lose my water level. You need 0 stars. Alright. So I have that phone call and the mission. And the phone call is still there. You can't hear it, but it is still there. I'm gonna start this mission. And I'm not actually gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna instapass. Remember, instapass. The ice cream asset. It's quote unquote ice cream. Actually, you're distributing other products. The ice cream's up front. But if you start the ice cream mission right after you've started this mission on the Japanese version, then what happens is you just instantly complete it. So that's one asset that I've done. I'm gonna do that 4 more times. And then it's gonna count as 5. And then I'll have 7 total. So, yeah. So instapasses work because, like, the part of the mission that you were on at first gets kind of, like, transposed to the mission that you start afterwards, and normally that crashes the game, you know, you're doing some weird stuff, game's gonna crash. But if it lines up just right, then you basically skip to the part of the second mission where you complete it. So that's exactly what's happening here. And also I can teleport back because save icons, once again, you can pick them up in replays and activate their well, you normally activate the save menu, but the save menu doesn't work when you're in a vehicle, so it heals you and teleports you to, like, the specific location. Like, basically the same spot you'd find yourself if you loaded the game from there. So, yeah, that's... I'm just doing that over and over again. So, yeah, one more time, I think. And then I'm gonna actually do the mission. Yeah, back in the day before we found out all this stuff, like, we actually had to do the ice cream mission. And it was pretty long and boring, let me tell you. And lots of RNG on getting customers and stuff. So yeah, this game went through, like, a whole, like, revolution back in 2014. That was a very long time ago at this point, 8 years, you know. But yeah. Since then, the run's been, like, roughly the same. There's been new stuff, but nothing nearly as revolutionary. Besides the whole SSU thing I discussed, where you can just, like, you know, quote-unquote teleport to the last mission with that millisecond perfect trick. So that was back in 2016. So
Tommy, we gotta talk about stuff.
What's the problem, Lance?
It's you, my
I'm gonna do a thing here.
You're not welcome.
I'm taking a phone call,
You're not welcome.
but
You're not welcome.
every time you come up to this lady here,
Private business. You're not
she's gonna
welcome.
say, "Private business, you're not welcome."
You're not welcome. Private
And that
business, you're not
overwrites, like, the
Private
phone call
business, you're not
dialogue.
welcome. Private business, you're not
And since
welcome.
this voice line is so
Private
short,
business, you're not welcome. Private
it's a lot
business,
faster.
you're not welcome.
You can
Private
basically,
business, you're not welcome. Private business, you're not welcome.
yeah, you can basically just, like, skip the phone call, not entirely, but you can make it much shorter by doing that a whole bunch. So I can take a second phone call as the helicopter is still coming down. This is the part where you actually get the stuff to make money. Gonna hide here real quick. And also, while you're taking phone calls, then people classified as gang members can't shoot at you.
I ain't interested in what you gotta say.
So yeah, this is the all-girls gang,
Hey, Tommy, man.
and they can't hurt me.
Hey, I'm sorry. It's just that people
So that's nice.
Private business, you're not welcome. Private business, you're not welcome.
I gotta go.
Do that a couple more times. You can also buffer save warps because they only actually work when you're in the specific, like, neighborhood that it's located in. So once I cross, like, neighborhood lines, then I'm gonna teleport here because I buffered the this is fine. Okay, this is fine. All right, so yeah, I completed the mission. The marker to start the mission is also there. I want to, like, complete the mission without also starting it a second time,
Oh, Tommy, we gotta see
because then you get, like,
over
this
at
instant
Brentwood.
phone call
You
here,
better go
which
and
is super
check it out.
fast.
Wow, some kind of mess or other. Things are messed up. I gotta go.
Set that thing on fire on purpose for a thing I'm going to show you. It's going to be like a very calculated death warp that I'm going to do after this mission. Okay, they didn't get off the bike. I don't think this is going to work though. There's a car on the way. Yeah, so normally you can snipe through walls in this. The reason you don't want cars to spawn here on this mission is because you want their like movement pattern to be pretty much exactly consistent. That's kind of bad. Maybe.
Stay away.
And then with like a reference, then you can actually explode their bike through the wall with a sniper rifle. The shooting through walls, it only applies to sniper rifles, by the way. But yeah, their lineup got a little bit messed up because of that car that spawned, so couldn't get a good lineup. Gonna try and... crap.
Vice City is mine now, not his.
That's bad, oh my god, okay. Alright, I gotta chase him down here now. It's probably not gonna be worth doing the death warp at this point. This is really messed up. Yeah, this is pretty slow. Yeah, that's how it be. So yeah, there's a third set. And also, since this is like the only... On this mission, there's basically tax collectors from the family that you're originally from. And there's only specific assets that they bother collecting tax from. And the only one of those that I actually have right now is the ice cream factory. Okay, I'm gonna do this thing anyway, just to look cool. Hopefully... Okay. Let's see if this works. So yeah, if they had collected tax on it, usually they get stuck, and they, don't actually get off and tax the asset. But if they had, then... I would have just failed the mission instantly. So yeah, that's another reason why you don't want them to move too much, because that can like cause them to actually get off the bike. I don't know why they normally stay there, but yeah, that's something that we definitely take advantage of. So yeah, this is the final mission. It's kind of an auto-scroller because you have to like you end up taking out Lance, the sidekick, because he's a traitor. He sides with your old boss, Sonny. And we're gonna take out Sonny too. But they come only on a timer. So I have time actually here to go make a purchase here of a chainsaw, which I can use to... I mean, I just died, obviously. I did that death warp. And then I teleported to the mansion because of that buffered save warp that I did way earlier. Before I purchased the printworks. To keep track of the time here. Okay, so 29. So, specifically 1 minute after this pink text spawns, then Sonny will spawn. Like the cutscene where Sonny spawns will start. And Lance is able to be spawned now, so I just need to go there. And, start, you know, watch that cutscene, take him out. So...
No one to cover your ass now, eh, Tommy? You're going down, you fat
yeah.
prick. Oh, you think
Yeah, those guys can shoot your tires out, which is a bit annoying, but... Alright, just take him out like that. And if you haven't guessed it yet, we're going to take out Sonny within a replay. Or like, not within a replay. I'm going to use the closed replay to get movement during the cutscene, and then take him out during the final confrontation cutscene. It's pretty difficult, but I'm going to try. No, I messed it up. I was like, just a little bit too late. That would have been so cool.
15 years from me, Sonny, and now
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you pay. You still
Dang.
don't get it, do you?
Alright, we're just gonna take him out normally.
Those 15 years were mine to spend.
Get him, boys. He never
Oh,
understood us.
coming up on time, by the way. And that's it. And time. So, yeah. That's GTA Vice City No SSU. In a decent amount of time.
Tommy?
Hope everyone enjoyed. This
Oh my
run,
God, Tommy,
this
what
game,
happened?
all of the categories of this game
What does it look like?
is just so wild.
It
Like, there's
looks
so
like
much
you ruined your suit, and Tommy,
glitchery
that was
going
a
on.
beautiful
You need to have like a
suit.
really in-depth
Tommy, what on
understanding
earth
to
happened?
do the run
Had a
in any like
disagreement with a
consistent
business
manner.
associate.
Like,
You know how it is.
Tommy, I have a disagreement.
apologies
I
if you
send them
couldn't
an
keep
angry
up with
letter.
all
Maybe I'll
the
be in the
explanations
mailbox.
that I tried to
will
do, but
start World War III.
it's really cool. Like once you
You know,
kind of
maybe
get to
you
know
should
it,
speak to my show.
like
That stupid prick Lance.
the whole
Tommy,
thing is busted
I never liked
basically.
that guy, okay?
So
He's neurotic, he's insecure, he's self-centered. The guy's an
Awesome. Well,
asshole.
thanks so much
I'm
for
glad you
showing
took
that
him
off.
out.
And yeah, I mean, the game is what 20 years old at this point. I'm not surprised. There's a ton of
there
speed
ain't
tech
no
that's
up
taking
north
it down to under
anymore.
an hour. That's wonderful.
It's all down south now.
Wait, does that mean what I
Yeah,
think
it's
it
cool.
means? Tommy, baby!
So
What do
yeah,
you think it means?
you can just check
Yeah,
out
we're
this
in
ending
charge.
sequence real quick. I understand that we're behind schedule, so I won't take too long.
Tommy!
But let's
You know, Ken,
watch this final.
I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful business relationship.
Yeah.
After all, you're a conniving, backstabbing two-bit thief.
Protagonist teams up with the
and I'm a
lawyer from the
convicted
start.
psychotic killer and drug dealer.
Beautiful ending.
Ain't it just beautiful?
Brings me to tears, as you can see. Hoo-hoo. And then the credits. The credits music is really nice too. But that's really all there is to it. So yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Go Phils. And hope everyone enjoys the rest of the marathon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, MH, for showing us GTA Vice City. That was awesome. Definitely a cool run to check out. That's beyond my capability. I think that's so cool.